The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you have the Dow Industrials up 8, Nasdaq's up 5, S&Ps are up $1.50. We have the gold contract up $12.60 at $12.29. Silver's up 28 cents, $15.98. You got platinum up 14 bucks at $9.20 an ounce. Bonds, 10-year note up 14 ticks, 125.27. 30-year bond up 23, 152.28. We're talking about that.
I was just going to say, it's interesting. I don't know if you pinned this here or if it just happened to remain here.
No, look at that.
We didn't do it purposely either way, but it's the only story. Either way, it's just a big story with bonds. And I was saying, I think that trader is at about break even. 2.28 is his break even to the downside on that yield of the 10-year.
And right
we'll check
now,
it out. He got in at 2.38, right? And if you're listening to our program yesterday, we were talking about a $10 million trade for volatility, strangle. So he had from 2.38, he had to go 10 basis points, so 2.28 is where he started to collect profits.
Yep.
And where are we? Where am I looking?
2.30.
2.30.
And it was
so
just 2.29.
It was, right. So he's approaching. He's got 1 full week next Friday.
That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
He's got to be... It's ahead of expectation.
Yeah,
that's for
one
sure.
day.
But that's where you need it to continue that way, because if he gets volatility to the upside from here, then it's not the volatility trade he wants.
Right, no.
Or she, right.
King dollar getting taken apart. King dollar down 489 ticks, 95.025. The euro's at 114.5 to the US dollar. The yen's at 112.5. We get over and look at this dollar. It's like, man, what is behind the weakness in the dollar index?
We had the CPI this morning, right?
Yep. And as that come out, bottom line, gold went up and this got destroyed. So watch, intraday. There
you go.
That did it. It was building cause, and guess what? It decided to take it out. What's going to be intriguing here now is to see, just how fast, it will make its way down to the next swing point. The next swing point is 94. Another, that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot inside the dollar. We're talking a one-way trip.
Sure.
And then, of course, the lower end of this whole consolidation that we've been in for a long period of time, that's going to be the number,
Yeah.
What has happened,
about
folks?
93.
Yeah. And then there's a spike down there to 92, 91,880. Now, because we've been in this consolidation, since January of 2015, and you don't want to see this consolidation break. Well, I'd like to see it break because gold will go to the moon, but, realistically, it doesn't have to break for gold to go to the moon.
Sure.
With gold, I suspect will be a lot even higher than 1,300 as it approaches the lows of this consolidation.
I could see that, definitely.
You break this consolidation, now you're talking a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, quite a ride.
Yeah, it is quite a ride. If we go over to the euro, we take a look at the euro. Of course, the euro is just the opposite. Because all of these, when the dollar is going down, of course, it's going down against the euro, against the yen. The euro right now is up 51 ticks.
Yep.
Bottom line is that, let's see, 140. It's just slightly over, it broke topside, the 27th. See where that wants to go. What did happen last night, and this is what, actually, this happened when the CPI came out. If we look at the yen. Okay, so look at that. This move. And there you go.
Definitely.
Yen went south very quickly. That went from, right there.
113.
Yeah, 113 down to 112.27. And folks, if you haven't tested the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the top of the side. You can pull up the platform, walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts.
So let's jump around. Let's see what we have for some of these binaries. I always like to see what kind of premiums you have when you already have some good action. We're definitely getting some good action in gold, right?
Yep.
So dailies and weeklies, of course, expire today, being Friday. These expire at 1:30. Let's pull up the chart. So right now, gold 1229.50. We're looking at the August contract. And let's just see what kind of risk reward. So right now, the middle of the market, we've already gotten some movement. So middle of the market right here is this spread. And so it's looking like 1230.60. You're risking 40 to make 60. And if you want to go as high, the highest one, because we've already went up so much for the day, we can jump to the weeklies. But 1232.10. Interesting, less than $3, risking 1 to make 3. The 19 to the 24, right?
Okay.
Right here, this mark. I mean, visually you can see it is above that level, but same thing on the reverse side. You can see how far we've come. If you ever wanted to wager that we're coming back down to these levels, man, you're so far out of the money in these. Let's see what we're looking at. 12.
Yeah, that's intriguing, especially on a Friday.
Right.
And of course, you could have done this, and speculated before the 8:30 CPI came out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even so, 1229.50 we're trading at right now. These have over 3 hours till expiration. And to the downside, man, let's see, 1224, you're looking at risking 1 to make 9. $5. That seems
on a Friday.
That seems within range.
No, that's definitely within range on a Friday.
For risking 1 to make 9. And that's even with the spread considering, right? You're still able to sell that at 90, which is only $5 away. Yeah,
wow.
We'll see.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow right now is up 15. You get the NASDAQ up 10. S&Ps are up 2.5. Gold's up 12.20. Silver's up 28 cents. And good old King Dollar's down 4.83. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 14. You get the Nasdaq up 13. S&Ps are up 3.5. So let's go see what that CPI did say. So let's see. Where is she? Interesting. How is the CPI not on the top news here?
Maybe dim expectations. No, that's 10 o'clock. Should have gotten it during the break if that's what you were going to go to. We'll have to find it. I don't know. I agree. You'd think that that number, along with all the bank earnings, would be right there.
877-927-6648. Okay,
Maybe this if we try. Let's see. Featured stories. We'll go to the more. Maybe we'll get... Yeah, nothing jumping out. We'll find it.
So let's go over to that gold contract for a second, because I want to see that. That'd be pretty wild if I sell gold. But let's see what that's at right now. So we take a look at this. Real question's going to be, no, I'm not selling. There's the strength right there, 1229. That's the top of it. You know,
right when that news broke.
Right when the news broke. You know, and that, yeah, if you were bearish on it, 1224 would be game. You know, I'm just the opposite though.
Sure, sure.
And what that is, that 1224 would be the bottom of that second bar.
Okay.
You know, which wouldn't be, you know, a disaster coming down to.
That happens to be somewhere in 1224, the binary that was risking 1 to make 9. So
I
it's
know.
not like you'd have to be a 50% confident, you know, scenario.
Exactly.
Right,
No,
yeah.
that's why I kind of looked at it. I says, okay, hold it, man. Do you know what I mean? That's
Right.
pretty intense.
It is kind of tough though to go short gold the day that the CPI comes out and gold pops, right?
Especially when I'm a bull.
Right, that included. But even without that, it's like it's
Yeah.
gonna, you know, that data is for real, and that's
Yes.
factored into the dollar and gold, and there would have to be a pretty quick turnaround for that to disappear.
Right, right. So let's see. So here we go. So bullion rise to the highest in 2 weeks as little change in the cost of living. So a surprise drop in retail sales.
Why is that a surprise?
Yes, exactly.
Right? Take that word out. It should be
Seriously.
a drop in retail sales. I guess it was worse than they probably thought. Signal
Yeah.
inflation may take even longer to reach the Fed's goal.
Yeah, the downside surprise in inflation, downside surprise in retail sales is not good for the dollar index. Gold is the beneficial, the net beneficiary of the data. This increases the anxiety and creates a lot of questions
Fed's
about the
gonna
current
do.
status.
Yeah.
You know, what the amazing part here, right, is that I guess.
Yeah, Labor Department report showed consumer CPI unchanged. Forecast was for a rise, following a decline the prior month. So you had a
Right.
decline the prior month. They were looking for a rise to maybe offset that decline. Nope, it's just flat. From a year earlier, prices were up 1.6%. Forecast was 1.7, smallest advance since October after a 1.9 gain. So
Right.
kind of meek across the board, if not under expectations for sure.
No, totally. We get a question in the Tigers Den that you get a trader that's long 3 contracts. He's up $1,800 right now, and it's like, how long do you stay in? What I would do, I'd sell 1 contract right now and keep 2 over the weekend.
On the euro, cool.
Yeah, why not? You know what I mean? You get 600 in your pocket. Yeah, because my take is that this is going, the euro's going higher.
Trend's going to continue.
Dollar's going lower, right? Because this is a break, folks, once again, with conviction. And when you get these breaks with conviction, I got this off Larry Pesavento. Well, I got the break with conviction off Wyckoff, that was the guy in the 30s that I kind of wrote the book on, right?
Yep.
But what Larry taught me in a big way is that you get these wide price bars, man. They're serious. They're serious business. Do you know what I
Definitely,
mean?
yeah.
And you normally just don't get them like once, and then the next day is nothing. You know, you might get a sideways move, and then all of a sudden, boom, it hits again and hits again, because this is a big move.
Sure,
You know?
definitely.
And it probably more than likely has to do with the aspect that the Fed's not going to be able to go up in rates.
Yeah, it can we go to the Fed Fund futures?
Yes.
It has to change the probability of it regardless,
cool,
right?
man. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
They-
wasn't that it? These were 48, 47, I
That's
recall.
right.
Maybe this
That's-
was like 18,
Yeah.
maybe.
It goes. So this is what it is. I remember this one. Now, What did happen is this. So November went down dramatically, December went down dramatically, and January did, right? March was 58% yesterday, it's 60.
So they're just pretty convinced that they might wait until March now.
March. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
This is July, right?
True.
Beautiful thing. Free money. See, we're all hooked on it, man. It's
Seriously.
wicked. I never thought I'd be saying that, but and we know, folks, there's no such thing as free money. But the bottom line is that it's going to be tough to wean, I'd say, the economy off low interest rates.
You know, and analysts are saying this at least gives them, the Fed, the room to not go up if they don't want to, maybe.
Right.
As in they have the data now to slow down, or maybe.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
It definitely, because this aspect about taking they always talk about the Fed takes the punch bowl away, right? Everyone's having a party, you have the punch bowl. And when I first heard that, I really didn't understand it, because I'm saying to myself, I was probably your age, a little bit younger, and I'm saying, well, what does that mean? Things are going good, and I never realized that, well, how much interest rates mean to everyone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And in that context, it's real.
I mean, imagine what would happen to the auto industry if you had to pay a 10% auto loan right now.
Seriously. Especially because cars are so expensive now.
People's heads it's 0% is what most people pay.
Right.
Because they're just subsidizing it to sell the cars, because rates are so low anyway. They can afford to pay the 2% themselves and subsidize the loan. What if rates were actually at 10%? You had to pay for that for a car loan.
Yeah, you wouldn't sell anything.
That's what
you wouldn't sell anything.
See how.
Let's go take a look at the strength versus. Oh, actually, let's go into the banks first. So J.P. Morgan. Let's see what J.P. Morgan had to say. J.P. Morgan down $1.52.
Big move, over 2%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
about 2%.
You're going to see that their numbers were good, man. Okay.
Yep.
Well, actually, no.
I heard that trading revenue was slightly under.
Yeah, the estimate was $3.25 billion. They took in $3.22.
Yeah, and equity sales and trading revenue 1.59 versus 1.62.
Yeah, so they didn't
Looks
make
like they had investment banking was doing well.
Yeah, that went up. Yep.
Let's see, they had 182 earnings per share. Let's see, revenue, the big number, 26. They beat on revenue by $1.5 billion. Man, that's got to be rough to run a company. You beat on revenue by $1.5 billion, and the market sends your shares down 2%.
Right. And it doesn't look like they want to go higher, so
well, it's been what's it off the low? It's already $1 off the low, actually, on the open.
Right. And you get that big volume in there, though. So if we go intraday, yeah, we'll see where that shakes out. But it has that high volume spike. Now Citigroup also come out with numbers. So Citigroup is down 82. Let's see what. Oh, there it is. So, Citigroup fixed income was up. Estimate was $2.97 billion. They came in with 3.21.
Look at this too. Their revenue was up. Earnings per share, they crushed it by 7 cents.
Wow. Still sold them down.
Yeah, but there's more numbers in here than that, then, right? If that's what.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, revenue, earnings per share. Man. Maybe they didn't like something going on in that conference call or something.
Right, and with Citigroup, you're down what?
1.23%.
Yeah. Now see, Bank of America, I believe, is on Monday or Tuesday.
14th.
Yeah, that's Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, yes.
They gapped that baby too, though. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You get the Dow 15, Nasdaq's up 9, S&P's up 2.5. We're going to right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Thinkorswim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Just come over to our website, hit the banner. Of course, what ends up happening is that Sunday night, you can trade the currencies. Come Monday morning, of course, everything would be open on the dailies and on the weeklies.
Yes,
you know, and that's
it's a nice way to come in with the CPI and the
It
gold
is.
and the currencies moving into Sunday night.
That's
Maybe get
right.
a little action. We were just under 1228 in gold. We were at 1229.50 when we started pulling up those
believe me.
binary options. This binary at the 1224.60, which was the 10-to-1, now it would cost you 15. So you can see how things dramatically shift. 15 to make 85. That's much different than risking one to make 9, right? You're
Right.
risking one to make like 6 to 7 now.
Yeah,
Versus
big
that
difference.
Big difference, right?
Big difference.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. The if we go inside the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the strength versus the weakness out here. What we have is that the putting points into it today. You got Boeing putting 10 points, Walmart putting, these are all positive points. Walmart 7, Visa 6, Caterpillar 4, taken away from it. Goldman's the leader on the way down. That's putting 17 negative points. JP 10, Home Depot 8, American Express.
How about Goldman Sachs? Can we look at them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take a look at that.
GS. So, and Goldman comes out on Tuesday.
Okay. Oh, look at that. They were much lower, too.
No,
They were as low as 12.25.
They're still, you know, they have a high. Goldman's had a hard time staying over the 229. That's the number. And yesterday, you know, got to the 230.
Yeah.
Bottom line, right underneath it again. Now let's see if we put this on a weekly. What you're going to have, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool on a weekly. So if you're bearish, what you have is this: 228.79 was the high of 2 weeks ago. You had 17 million shares. We got over that. We got to 230. We're at 11 million. This will do about 14 million maybe. So if you stay underneath that, that's a failure, you know. And then Goldman is coming out on Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, the 18th.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the next time that these banks do come out.
Another big day.
Yeah. We go into the NDX 100. We take a look at the NDX 100. The leader out here is C-Trip. That's up 2%. Seagate Technologies up 1.8. Micron Tech is up 1.5. Ultra Salon is up 1.8. 5. Now, here, I got to show you something here. This is when Goldman can move stocks around. It's pretty wild. So, Ulta Salon has gone from 312 down to approximately 250 in 3 months. You're going to see that Goldman, whereas I saw this coming across this morning. Yeah, upgraded to buy.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Yeah, and even the story above that said, a different headline, probably same story, but just saying they won't be derailed from the problems in retail and Amazon. And maybe they have some type of lock on the supply chains, or, of if you're niche enough, maybe you can be a little isolated from Amazon.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been in these stores. These stores, high,
very large.
High volume.
Sure.
High profit.
Yeah.
And women are used to paying a lot of money for doing their hair and for their makeup and
beauty
perfume.
Products and health across the board is a high priced product market for sure.
We go over to the small caps. Take a look at the small caps out here. They're going to test the highs again. Yesterday you come down. We're up with anemic volume though. Let me see this for a second. Oh yeah, it's not going anywhere. So that's coming into the downdraft from 2 days ago. Interesting to see how that shakes out by the end of the day. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market, and we'll see whether we get any juice in this market today whatsoever. Well, this is the first day that Advanced Micro is not number one. Bank of America took it over.
It does.
So Bank of America is down 61.
Just the earnings day, of course. That's the one day bank earnings, that AMD doesn't have the volume to keep up with banks.
Right. So you get Bank of America down 60 cents. JP Morgan's off $1.50. NVIDIA's up $1.12. Let's go look at NVIDIA, because NVIDIA, this is, these chip stocks have been really keeping the NASDAQ afloat. Whoops. So right now, you get a high out here yesterday of 166. You're at 130. You're at 160. The IBB got over its highs. You're underneath it right now. That still looks like it wants to go to the highs. This is going to be wild walking into next week, because what we are doing right now is that this is really the good kick, the kickoff. Let's go see when Amazon's coming out. 27th. Yeah, so the next couple of weeks, man, we got action. Google is coming out the 24th. Apple August 1st. Yeah, so
24th, 27th, August 1st.
Yeah, we got, and we're at the 13th to 14th right
14th
now?
14th today.
14th. So we got, this is right at the beginning.
Yep.
So as Kevin Hink says, what is it?
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
The most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah,
exactly.
we're gonna have that music queued up Tuesday when he's back here.
Kevin texted me at 6:30 this morning, folks.
He's gonna be ready.
He was talking about Joe Kernan on CNBC, saying it's the most wonderful time of the year. You gotta love it.
It's
awesome.
If you're a trader, there you go. Action.
That's right. Let's go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. XAU out here today caught a bid. You're up $1.67. So on the weeklies too. Yeah, on the weeklies you get some action. I like just a little bit higher.
Oh, you would.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just
shocking.
Well, yeah, I know. That is
I'd like it just a little bit higher.
Just a little bit higher.
Before
I always want more, don't I? See, that's why I just put this channel line up, folks. And the reason I want a little bit higher is that on a weekly it hasn't broken the down channel yet.
Sure.
It's right at it.
Yeah.
The Gold Bugs Index. Let's go take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. That's kind of a nice bid. Now we'll see whether that on the weekly has broken it yet. It's just peeking its head about. Might need another week. That's real close. This is the one. Yeah. It's just peeking its head about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that needs some more juice too.
It's right at that level.
It is. What I like to see though is that you're gonna have the volume on it. But what I like to see is a break with conviction. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a peekaboo head, like, hey, I'm here. I like to see, whack, I'm here. See ya, don't want to be ya.
There you go. All right.
Nail them down. Nail them down, baby. Let's go over to the NDX 100. So the Qs, we're at 140, 139. What's great about Fridays is putting these on weeklies, too. If the Qs stay here, though, if they stay where they're at, that means they're going to go test 142.29. You know, because they're not backing off on the weekly.
Yeah.
Or the daily. You know, the volume's not there, but that you're so close to it. It'd be like, okay, it'll probably test it.
Yeah. Just jumping around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, Facebook. Now, Facebook's the only one that I know that actually, that made a new high. Meaning it...
above everything.
Yeah, above... Ooh, look at that, too.
That is powerful.
That's a high. See, Facebook's breaking away from the 156. That's saying you can do a leg. Let's see. So, 91 million. Still shot volume, but that's saying they can do a leg, man. Good old Facebook.
Not slowing down.
Who would ever think, folks, that people were worrying about privacy like 10, 15 years ago, and now everyone just gives it over to them. Yeah, want to come in my house? Come in my house. Open my doors.
I hear you.
Open my pants.
I do.
Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials up 16, Nasdaq up 12, S&P's up 4. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go take a look at a few of these Dow stocks out here. You have the Honeywell's up 26 cents. You get Big Blue up 58. Exxon is up 22. Actually, let's go over to the oil stocks here and see. Those have been laying around their lows. Still down there. So you get Exxon at 81. You know, kind of in the middle of its consolidation right now.
Sure.
Chevron Chevron's at the lower end. Chevron's at that lower end. So if we take a look at, let's put this up on a weekly.
Ooh,
Yeah. Look at
what
that.
a ride down.
I know, 119, right? We're looking at that, folks. It was 119 4 months ago. And then when you actually look on this kind of larger basis, 135. And then these pay, let's see what we have here. Well, this is where this gets interesting with the oils, right? So look at that, it's paying 4%.
Sure.
That's not a bad yield, right, to own an oil company.
Nope.
I don't think oil's going to go to the moon, but oil's not going away.
Right. True. Very
Let's
true.
go over to Exxon Mobil and take a look at Exxon. Exxon's at 3.79. Now, if you want to see a stock that one of these days I'm going to collect my dividends on this too, that has been paying interest for a long time, is Verizon. Look at that yield, 5%, 5.29%, and put this back. It's not a bad looking chart.
Yeah.
I can actually put it back 25 years. You can see that, the highs out there are 58. You're at 43.
It's going back 20 years ago to those highs to put things in perspective.
It is,
though. That's
right.
a different company.
Right.
In terms of
it's totally a different company.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean,
It's a different world.
it's a totally a
98.
different.
Oof.
Yeah.
What was
Hey.
Verizon even doing? Cable TV, I guess, right? What were they? Was it phones at that point? Isn't that funny? I don't even know. 20 years ago, what was
20 years.
Verizon was? Yeah, cable TV and phones.
Yeah, they were still big. They've
Right,
always
right,
been big, right? But
They weren't mobile though.
No,
in 98.
no.
You weren't
But-
buying a Verizon phone when I was graduating high school.
No.
Yeah, just that's when it was to put things. I mean,
they
think
were
about
smart though. Verizon was one of the first ones that remember where they went into that FiOS.
Yeah, definitely.
They put money in there, and that got them a kickstart.
You know what is crazy though? When you look at it though, they did all that stuff, right? And they came there, and they're not even back at where they were in '98. Think
know.
how different they are, and they
I know.
revolutionized. And man, I think they really that was a good time for cable companies, right? You had everybody. You had no
Huge.
other choices.
No.
You'd
Zero.
In '98, you didn't have everybody on YouTube and Facebook. You had everybody on the big name major networks.
Totally.
And
Now look at so their revenue's staying flat. So the revenue's 122 billion, not shabby at all.
And I
but-
wonder, they sold, of course, like we're with Frontier now.
Yeah,
so
they
I
sold
wonder
the
that's
Fios. I
coming
know.
out of here, I'm sure, as part
Right.
of that, maybe going from 131 in 2015
right.
to maybe that 5 billion here. I don't, Florida, Texas, I think they sold off their FiOS units.
Right.
But that's probably where that dividend's coming from, right? Fiscal year earnings,
Look at that number.
$3 to $4
Right.
across the board, and 2016 revenue $89 billion.
That's out of wireless. Isn't that cool?
Yes, yeah, right. No,
So
and that's why you can.
wireline-
And
yes.
that was not around.
No. So the hard line. Yeah, that'd
wireline.
be correct,
That-
right?
I guess, yeah, if it's
would be
wireless, wireline.
31 billion.
Yep.
And wireless now is 3 times that
That's
revenue.
a big number shrinking too, though.
Yeah,
down
it is.
7%.
It should be.
It would make sense.
Well, it's always so funny.
It's
isn't
tough
it?
to grow the
Is-
wired cable business right now, I assume.
It's pretty cool when you see these old movies and people pick up a phone. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It really is. It's like, wow. Like, it's intriguing too, these new houses that we're building, right? I'm still putting a hard wire inside it. Because
Okay.
what does happen, now this gets interesting, folks. A lot of the people, they don't care. But what does happen, there are a lot of people that still do care
Sure.
for a hard wire, and it has to do with safety more than.
Okay.
And it's intriguing because I was just looking at the one that we actually just put a house on the market today, and when I was going through it last night, I says, "This is interesting." Man.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know,
And maybe do you need those like a phone line for alarms sometimes? I assume
It-
because
it's-
they always say
it's
the
good to
different
have
things.
it.
To have just a call. I know what you're.
Exactly.
But you might need it for some alarm services. I think they
Oh
work
yes,
with.
you probably do.
as they come
No,
in, right.
right.
And families in general, I think, sometimes just want one for like the family versus
Oh.
everyone has their cell phone. I think
No, totally.
I think at this stage, though, for single people, you've probably crossed that market.
Yeah.
Single young people, I should say. Single older
no,
people,
and-
especially
no,
the safety
I
deal.
agree.
I was thinking myself. I was
Right,
thinking, man,
right.
it's pretty far. I was thinking, who gets those package deals anymore? That
Right.
They want you to get cable, internet, and phone. Of course
Right.
they do, because
Right.
who gets the
Right.
phone anymore?
I mean, about 7 or 8 years ago, I remember I was looking at one of my bills, and I had to call him up. Says, "Oh yeah, I had a phone for." I said, "I haven't had a hardline phone in who knows, long time, long time." 877-927-6648. Market is basically just staying flat, and you get Friday in the summer. Guess what?
Interesting though, with some bank news and with the CPI data coming out, that we kind of just
laid out
around. How about bonds? Can we check back in bonds?
TYU 7.
I think we might have been getting some action in those.
No, they're moving around. They were off their highs.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. That's so. Now watch this though. This is I really like this scene. So what you have is this: bonds have given it up, really. Right from the get-go.
I agree.
Now the cool thing is, this would be even a day trading.
You buy it back down.
This is a classic.
Sure.
Yeah. You break topside. 125.19 would be the buy. You have 194,000 contracts. We're at let's see. So you're
10:48.
That's nice. You're 8 minutes into this bar, and you're only into that bar with 34,000 contracts. So that, if I were day trading bonds, I'd be right there right now. I'd be buying it, putting the stop under like 117, 125.17.
Sure.
And you'd be going for the highs again. 30-year USU 7. Yep.
It's all the way back.
All
right
the way
there
back.
already.
Yeah. Now this is cool when one does it, because this is when you take
a full point off those.
It is. And
point up, point down.
The number here gets really intriguing, because now the 30 has to get above 152.17.
That's the low of that bar at 8:30.
It is. And what I don't take the
152.15, 2 ticks away.
Yeah, right. Which is pretty cool, because that's a good risk versus reward right now, man.
Oh, point up, point down. Yeah.
Right. There's no doubt.
Definitely.
And you have plenty of time in the day.
How about the dollar? Can we jump to the dollar from there and see how that's reacting with the same type of move? Maybe then even compare it to gold.
And it just now see, this is what's cool here. This is just what you'd want to do.
Yeah.
You're seeing that you have that big bond move, but yet the dollar still can't move.
Right.
And
gold probably the same deal.
And they haven't croaked gold yet either. Right.
Gold's still up.
Which,
let's see, as we say that, 12.27.
No, that's and so that gets the. To me, that brings the probability.
I was just going to jump up. 12.27.50, but not back down here, which is where the other ones were comparable.
And
for
that gets
bonds.
the probability higher that we're going to see bonds higher again, the yields lower again before the end of the day. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 21, Nasdaq's up 11, S&Ps are up 4. We're going to be right back.
Will the S&P 500 continue to climb? For bold trades on U.S. large-cap stocks in either direction, trade SPXL, SPUU, or SPXS. Directions Daily S&P 500 Bull and Bear Leveraged ETFs. Direction Leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And don't forget, folks, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Then we're going to swim lessons. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. And, you know, this is, even for the bank earnings and CPI, this is summer trading. We're at lows right now.
Definitely.
Volume-wise. 154 million on the NYSE. And then on the NASDAQ, we're also at lows, 467.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at the Bloomberg, the way this works, folks, is that if there's an L beside it, what ends up happening is that it's just at the morning, as soon as they feel that it's going to get over that.
I don't think that's the way it plays out.
No,
We've had
what
this
is it?
identical conversation before, I believe. I believe it's just the low versus the high. So every single day that we look at these charts, just so you know, this is red because it's the low. That's it. It's that simple. It's kind of meaningless.
Well, it changes. Like,
does it?
What,
okay,
yeah.
we'll find a day when it's not the low then.
Oh yeah, no, it does. It does. It doesn't have an L.
I want everybody. We're on film. We're on film.
It doesn't have an L. It doesn't have an L beside it when you start. If it picks up, let's say it's 11:30, 12 o'clock.
I can't wait to see that day.
Okay. Well, we'll get our head wrapped around that. The dollar index bottom line still can't catch the bid. That's staying. So the number to keep your eye on the dollar too, folks, would be the low is 95.225.
Far way.
It is
150 ticks
on a Friday.
135 ticks
on a Friday. That's a number.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about that. The silver market, I'd like to see that a little bit higher because what you have with silver is that we got to 1607. I think 1612 is the number. 1617, 1612. And where 1612 is that you'd get in the higher range. You know, this is where this thing got killed. On the 3rd of July, it broke that. And then, of course, the flash crash from 16. That had to be intense, man.
That was intense, yeah.
Yeah. You know, that you're talking, that flash crash, $16.14 to $14.34.
$1.65, 10%, over 10%. That's amazing.
That is.
To put it in context, that'd be like $122 move in gold.
Right. And if you want to, this is what's intense. Now, if folks are trading silver, I do not trade silver because I think it's psycho.
Why not?
I think it's psycho.
Yeah.
So watch, that was a $7,000 move. And you only have to put up 5,500. So that was a wipeout move for a lot of people. Because
10% in a metal like that is a huge move.
Right.
I mean, just, it's...
And what does happen is this, folks. This is the shame of that, is that the way that the broker-dealers, the sites are made, which they have to be made, right, is that you get a move that fast, they'll get you out. Because it's...
You kind of have to. You don't have the funds.
For sure. Listen, it could have went down $5.
Yeah, if you want to be on that type of margin, you have to realize that, you're playing that game. Or you don't have the strongest hand, where if it goes that far against you, guess what? You lose your entire account.
Right.
So
and then it comes right back.
Right. No, I hear you.
That's the
what I
sickest
say if
part.
you don't have the strongest hand, right?
That's the sickest part of that.
Unfortunately, that's your risk when you're putting up a small amount to control such a lot.
If there wasn't an extra, so just on one contract, if you didn't have an extra an extra $7,500 in there on one contract, you're wiped out.
Right. Yeah.
Of your whole investment.
Right.
That's pretty intense, man.
I agree. I agree.
And that's where. So what does happen is so watch this.
Hey, don't forget about the people who are all buying it when those people had to sell it and they made it. So that's all right.
Yeah. No. Listen. There's people that would have bids underneath it.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, they had to be selling it to somebody who didn't force selling.
No, totally.
Somebody was buying it at that level.
You stay right there, folks. I'm in. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Dow right now is up 20. Nasdaq's up 15. S&P's up 4.5. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow. Look forward to speaking this afternoon, folks. Have a great weekend if you're not around. If you're out grooving on this great
Happy,
summer.
safe weekend. Totally.
Yeah.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.